Hello, everyone. Quick little editor's note here before this episode. So, we recorded this past Sunday, and wouldn't you know it, the very next day, the Splatoon 3 Direct was announced. Which is why, unfortunately, we won't be talking about it at length in this episode, but I think it's pretty safe to say that the general consensus was very, very positive. Wouldn't you guys say?
Amazing. 11 out of 10. I cannot wait to get my hands on the game. Also, Shiver's the best.
The Splatoon 3 Direct was really fun, and it just looks really exciting. But the only thought I can formulate right now to say is, oh my gosh, Big Man is perfect.
Yeah, so in any case, you can look forward to a future discussion once the special demo releases on the 27th and the full game next month. Thank you for tuning in, and now, on to the episode. All right, well, now that we're all here, nice and cozy, grab some coffee. Welcome, everyone, to the 13th episode of the Nintendo Roundtable podcast. It's been an interesting summer so far in the gaming world. It's been hot, E3 died again, there are games about cats topping the charts, and of course, as some of you may remember on the last episode of the show, we were all so confident that the next time we meet, we'll have already seen our next mainline Nintendo Direct, which didn't happen.
Yeah, about that.
To be fair, we did get a bite-sized mini version, and not to mention, we also did just get a brand new Pokémon Presents a few short days ago.
Very meaty bite-sized portion.
To be fair, I feel like we got a bunch of announcements on Twitter and then all the third-party stuff in one presentation, so I think we kind of covered all of it.
Yeah, we got some of it, right? But, I don't know, is that to everyone's taste? Who knows? It's a matter of asking, each person feels somewhat differently, so... Anyway, we have all of this and more to talk about during today's episode, but before we do, I want to take this moment, as we always do, to go around the table here and have everyone say hello. Now, we do have a brand new voice here on the podcast. So, in honor of the brand new video game, Cat, topping the charts lately, Stray, the video game, why don't you go ahead and lead us off here, Daniel? So, starting with you, give us your favorite video game, Cat, and an intro. Go!
Hello, yes, it's me, the fresh voice. My name is Daniel. I do the art direction for Good Vibes Gaming on YouTube, and my favorite cat in gaming, for people who don't know, I'm quite a fan of the Tales of series, and Tales of Exilia 2 has this very big absolute unit of a cat. His name is Rolo, and he doesn't really do much. He doesn't really apply much to the story, but he is emotional support, and he's a very good boy. And he's my favorite cat in gaming. He's just a big old chonker, and I love him for it.
Wow. That's a little bit of a deep cut.
Yeah.
I like it. Now, speaking of art direction, you also did something for us here on the show, right?
I might have done something here for
like
the
a little
show.
bit of a logo or some sort. I'll go ahead and throw it up on the screen here if you're watching on YouTube. But
probably something that we made quite a while ago, and we can finally use it now. Like, I can finally show everybody, like, yes, I
know.
made this logo.
Seriously. Oh my God, it's been a little bit of a hiatus since the last time we did this, but it's finally something you could see. It's on the channel now, and it looks great.
Yeah, thank you.
So.
No problem. Happy
Brilliant
to do
work. Brilliant work. All right. I think I already know what the answer is, Kiira, unless I don't, but favorite video game, Cat?
Well, you might think that because I'm a Sonic the Hedgehog fan, you might think it could be Big the Cat or Blaze or something, but it's actually not from Sonic. It's honestly Rover from Animal Crossing.
Sorry. I thought you were going to take
one
mine.
too.
I'm so
now I
glad
have to
you
think of
did.
another answer.
Oh my God, I was just like, Sam probably also picked an Animal Crossing cat, so I was like, I hope it's not Rover because I don't want to take it. Okay,
That's so
thank
bad.
God it's
I'm
probably
safe.
not.
Don't worry.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. I'm glad to hear that. But yeah, it's Rover, dude. I mean, like, I played the first Animal Crossing game back on the GameCube, and so he's like the first character you meet, and there's just something so nostalgic about that train ride with Rover. He ended up quickly being my favorite in PC, and I was really sad not to see him in the new one until we finally got an update where he was put in, and I was really happy about that. So whenever I'm at the Nintendo store, I buy everything that Rover is on. So definitely him.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, I was definitely expecting bigger plays or something, but Rover's good too. Rover's good
You'd
too.
think. Rover though. I am
mean,
more of a
yeah.
dog person than a cat person.
Same.
Honestly, that's fine. but video game cats, they're cool too.
All right. What about you, John?
I mean, my answer was originally going to be Rover, mostly because of a few aspects. Because outside of Wild World, he was basically the opener of every game, and then it was sad to not see him back in Horizons until a bit, and then he came back in a minor role of Mayday, which I thought was honestly a major disappointment, among other things with New Horizons, but we'll get into that in another time. But like Rover is like that mainstay of Animal Crossing that I really dearly remember. But my second choice would be, and this is more of an obscure choice of game, but it's also like the main center of the game, is May from Night in the Woods.
Ah, yeah.
Oh, I still haven't played that game
Very
yet.
specific.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
It's the main character of Night in the Woods. It's anthropomorphic cat who deals with a lot of emotions when coming back to a town she left a few years earlier. It's quite an emotional story and deals with also like major things like depression and stuff, but it's honestly a really good story. And like she is at the center of that, and it's in some points it's really relatable. It makes you sad, makes you happy. It's a roller coaster ride of emotions, and it's a really interesting game.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm glad more
It's an
people play that
emotional
because that's
story,
a
huh?
very interesting game. I related so hard when I returned back from where I used to go to college and to see old friends and see what they're up to, and you can get that like exact feeling. It's really provocative that way.
Oh,
Sure.
I should play that. I'd love to cry. Love it. All right, Sam and Tris, round us out here.
Sam, I'll
Yes,
let
you
you
go
go first.
first.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Same time, go.
So
Yeah.
polite.
Well, I wanted to give a shout out to just all the cats in Nintendogs and Cats because they're all adorable. But and like all the cats in Fire Emblem Three Houses as well. Anyway, but the actual
true.
answer for best cat is Bob from Animal Crossing. He's just
That's a good
Oh,
one.
I should have known you were gonna pick Bob.
number one. Absolutely number one. Also, I want to give a shout out to indie game Mineko's Night Market, which I've been waiting for like 3 years at this point. It still hasn't come out, but looks super cute, and you farm cats in that game.
Oh my gosh.
Is it understandable that nobody chose Katie?
From Animal Crossing?
Oh,
Yeah.
Katie. Yeah,
Oh, the
no, I
lost
don't.
child.
Get out of here, Katie.
Yeah, Katie was so annoying.
Creepy.
Get the frick out of here.
All right.
That's a good one. I
That's
do
it
like
for me.
Bob. He was one of my first villagers.
He's my favorite. I love Bob.
Mhm. All right, Tris, you're the last one. No pressure. Wait, no, actually, I'm the last one. You go first.
I was gonna say, wait a minute, Alex. Okay. Well, I was thinking about this a bit, and I like the idea of the obscure picks because I think that makes it more fun. So I'm gonna
Yeah.
go with the low poly cats and Twilight Princess because you can pick them up and carry them around. You can even talk to them as Wolf Link and get like either helpful tips or they'll talk about how one of the other cats is late for their daily meeting or something. I don't know. There's a lot of charming personality in them, and I love that like when you talk to them as Wolf Link, you get a nice close up of how just low poly they are. They're really cute.
What about the one
That's awesome.
specifically that runs away with the fish?
Yes, the one in Ordon Village that runs away with the fish.
Little jerk cat.
You get bonus points from me for saying Twilight Princess. That's my favorite.
I have
My favorite.
I have Zelda on the mind. I've literally had the Zeldathon stream up this entire last week.
Oh, man.
It has not
That's
gone
it. Okay. Well, I guess I'll go ahead and be our little caboose here. So, my favorite video game cat is probably Morgana from Persona 5.
Yes.
And I think Morgana is just consistently funny throughout that game story. And even though, despite my community's cries for it, I have not fully completed the game yet, Morgana has always... I know! Listen, I'm working on it, and at the worst case scenario, it's coming to Game Pass later this year, and I can just finish it then.
Sure.
But I will say, throughout the entire game, Morgana was always like one of the funniest characters and definitely one of the highlights by being just a constant source of genuinely funny comedic relief. And plus, he's really cute.
He
So.
is really cute.
How can you deny that, right? The voice is also adorable.
I love Persona 5. Morgana's He's not my favorite character, but he does turn into a cat bus, and that always gets points for me.
Exactly.
Nice little Studio Ghibli reference in a way. I'm sure that was inspired in some way by that movie. So, of course, it very well could be, but I don't know. All right. Now that we've talked about kitties, let's talk about video games. Specifically, Nintendo's newfound approach to directs, which is Twitter. At least for some things, right? Like I said, we did get a Nintendo Direct Mini last month, and the latest Pokémon Presents just went live this week, and that's mostly what I want to talk about with you all today. So, regarding this new Pokémon Presents, obviously, we got a lot of Pokémon news, and given that we are all Pokemon fanatics, Pokemon masters, if you will, I want to go around the table here and ask you all this question. What was your favorite part of this presentation, starting with you, Kiira? What was your Pokemon Presents highlight, and why was it Mewtwo making it into Pokemon Cafe Mix?
Definitely was not that. Okay. But, oh man, my favorite part, obviously probably I was led on a little bit by the Pokemon Masters trailer because,
Oh gosh.
like a lot of people I've seen on Twitter, I was thinking, oh my god, it's totally Let's Go Johto, let's freaking go. So my heart was racing at that point, but then I was like, oh, it's Masters. I got clowned. That's cool. But gosh, my favorite part of the trailer, probably learning about some of the NPCs, or really some of the gym leaders. Learning about them was kind of cool. I think that's one of my favorite parts of Pokemon are the NPCs and the gym leaders and stuff. So getting to know Garusha, is that his name?
Yeah,
Yes.
Garusha.
Yes.
What a name.
Garusha. And then I can't remember the name of the girl with the glasses with the Todoroki hair and the Eevee back.
Penny.
Penny, yeah.
Penny's my favorite.
Yeah, just getting to know some of the NPCs is definitely probably my favorite part of the presents.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm really just excited because Pokemon, they always do a really good job with the NPCs. They make them very memorable, even though there's like 1 million in each game, which is good.
God, Sword and Shield was such a test to remember all of those.
Oh yeah.
Especially with the DLC and stuff. I was
Yeah.
like, man, this is a chore.
Oh, see, I think just they're so well designed, and I think their personalities are so good that I end up, even though I just forgot their name now, I end up remembering the characters a lot better than I would in other games.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I just always like knowing more about the NPCs. So I was happy to get that, and I'm pretty satisfied with what we've seen. Like I'm just gonna buy the game. Like I don't really need to see anything else.
Wow.
I'm already.
You were just sold. You saw Grusha and you were like, all right.
Garusha. Hello.
I was kind of sold.
Slamming at the table.
I'm pretty easy. I'm sold the moment I see a new Pokemon trailer. It's not too difficult for me. I think most of
all I
us
had to see
are.
was the titles. Like that's
Yeah.
really. I'm a
It
sucker.
doesn't take much, no.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Sam, what about you? Favorite part of this whole presents?
Aside from Pika Party, which is very
Oh
important
my
to me.
gosh.
As a person who will only play Pikachu in Pokemon Unite, yeah, Pika Party's my jam. But aside from that, I think I would say the return of a raid battle element in what the heck, Scarlet and Violet. I almost just said Orange and Silver, which is not even close.
Orange and Gray.
Sam, what do you know? What do you know?
What are your secrets?
I would say, yeah, I was really excited. I mean, I kind of thought since we have this multiplayer element going on that it was pretty guaranteed that we'd have something, but it's nice to know that we're going to be able to do some form of raid battles again. Probably that, and getting the full high-res map going on, that huge, glorious map that we got. Since it is open world, it's nice to get a little brief overview of what we're looking at.
Yeah, getting those were definitely nice, and the raid battles were definitely like the best, one of the best parts of Sword and Shield. So having those, like, confirmation that they're back, that's very exciting. You're right.
Yeah.
Makes me so happy.
The pace of these battles also seem like they're improved too, because they're saying that it's going to not be turn-based but more like real time, and so the
Right.
pacing will be a lot.
Mhm.
It will be interesting to see how that pacing goes, because it did kind of drag on with waiting for everyone to select their move and then to see how it flowed that way.
Yeah.
Excited for that.
I'm so curious. Like, how does that work? Real time mechanics in a Pokemon raid battle
It might
like that.
it
I'm
might
not a
have-
huge RPG guy, so I don't know if there's like a system out there that kind of answers that.
it might be similar to the raid systems in Pokemon Go,
Mhm.
and they're taking inspiration from just how insanely popular that game still is.
Oh.
That they might they might be trying to draw in people. Hey, if you like raid battles in Pokemon Go, here's that same system in this game. Except, you're not tapping a screen the whole time.
That would be really interesting if they made speed play into effect just based on like how quickly you can attack as opposed to the order of attack.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it could also be done through an ATB system, which is also very usual in other RPGs.
Oh, true.
ATB is an option too. I'm just kind of
Mhm.
curious because like so much of Pokemon's identity is born in this like idea of turn-based. So, for example, just a simple move like Hyper Beam, you use it and then you have to wait a turn and then you can use it again.
You just
And I'm
spam
kind of
hyper
curious,
beam.
like, can you just like spam like Hyper? Like, how does that?
Yeah, but if it's
how does that
if
work?
it was
I wonder?
my suggestion, then I think then through the ATB system it would go further down the line before it can attack again, which would make a lot more sense, honestly.
Mhm.
That would make sense. They didn't touch on this at all during the
Not at
presents,
all.
did they?
No.
Okay. Interesting. That's something I definitely want to know a little bit more about because they mentioned it and I was like, cool. And then wait, how does that work?
They,
Actually,
they definitely showed it off in the perfect way to give us a separate in-depth breakdown on just that later on if they choose to.
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah.
Which I'm
I'm
sure
still
they
gonna
will.
play it.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Just kind of curious how it works. Tris, was that your favorite part of the presents? Was the raid battle stuff?
The raid battles were definitely up there for me, but I think actually getting the confirmation of riding these box legendaries, Miraidon and Koraidon, around the world, motorcycle style, and then some, was probably the highlight. I could not stop laughing at Koraidon got the big wheel, and then it's just Funky Lizard scrambling across
Yeah,
the
I have a
plains.
bone to pick with that. It literally
That-
says on the thing on the website, it may look like a motorcycle, but it uses its powerful leg to run on all fours. I was like, what?
It's so
Mine
funny, so unexpected. Meanwhile, Miraidon's like an actual like mech. Like it folds its legs in. It's got like the jets in the
Awesome.
back.
Hover bike.
Yeah.
But
That's why
the fact
Violet's
that
the right choice.
yeah, right. It really does. But the fact that we see you don't just ride them around for like a fast travel around the world. They can climb, they can fly or glide technically, and go on water. Like they are your main traversal options, akin to Breath of the Wild or Pokemon Legends Arceus, and how you traverse this big open world. Getting that confirmed was very exciting to me.
Mm-hmm.
So the word mirai, that's a Japanese word,
For
no?
future.
Yes.
Yep, future.
It makes. Oh, and then the other one is past.
I'm gonna say yes. Makes sense.
Okay.
I only know the past kanji. How do I not know past in Japanese?
Okay. Gosh, that makes sense. All right. Maybe that's part of it. Is like they're
Oh,
Fred
it's
Flintstoning it,
Kako.
and he has a wheel. And
Oh.
wait, what?
Kako, I don't know. Mirai tends to be used a lot more in like pop media and stuff, but not
Yeah, I
past
picture
for
it,
whatever
yeah.
reason. That's why no one knows it.
Japan's all about looking forward, I see.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, I wish.
That makes sense.
Well, my question is, and I guess this is for anybody, but mostly Tris, do you think we're going to like gradually get those elements like to traversing the land, or we're just going to get them all at once?
Yeah, I definitely
early on.
think we'll get them over time because I think having all of those options all at once from the get-go might be a little too much. Given the capabilities we've seen, it's kind of similar to each of the ones you get in Pokemon Legends Arceus. So I can kind of see through one of the three stories, which is another highlight, by the way. That's really cool. One of the three stories probably involves upgrading these Pokemon's abilities. So soon they won't just be able to ride around the world. Soon they'll be able to climb, then they'll be able to glide. And I think having all those available from the get-go might be a little overwhelming.
Yeah, if I'm making a good educated guess, I would think one of the other two stories outside of the gyms would be getting to either Koraidon or Miraidon and getting it very early on,
Mhm.
and then unlocking more abilities of it as you go along throughout the game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah, I can
interesting.
see that. Yeah, that makes
That's
sense.
interesting to think about because with Legend Arceus, even though you do receive these different modes of traversal throughout the game, you're still kind of funneled down a linear path of which areas you can explore first or not. But with this game, they're claiming that you can explore any gym that you want in any order, which would require you to be able to traverse in those modes. So I wonder if it's going to be a little bit like Breath of the Wild, where you'll get your tool set really early, and then you can just from a certain point just go wherever you want to. I don't know.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That's one of those other two stories, because else it wouldn't make sense considering its openness.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because once again, one is the gyms, which should be then easily reachable without it, which would make sense considering the routes around the map. If you then want to explore further, having either Koraidon or Miraidon and getting the most out of, say, the Pokédex would make the most sense. And the third one would maybe then involve like an evil team or something else in that fashion.
Yeah.
But that's the one I'm a bit murky on.
Yeah. Mhm.
I mean, the three stories are probably like the gym challenge, as you know it from any Pokemon game, defeating an evil team, as you know it from any Pokemon game, but now separate from your gym challenge. Rather than being a nice break in the middle of it, it's just an entirely separate thing. And then probably the treasure hunt that we saw advertised a lot in this trailer, actually. That's probably the other side of, or the third story to
yeah.
it all.
That would make also sense, yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm.
that makes sense.
Yeah. Not to mention whatever like actual story is going on in the overarching theme of things.
Mm-hmm.
It seems
I
it's
mean-
like some sort of research facility on the outer rim of whatever that big thing, vortex-looking thing is on the map
Yeah,
in the
really.
center. Yeah. So whatever that all ties into, I'm sure is also like some element of the objectives that you'll be doing throughout the map. I don't know. This is all just pure speculation, to be honest. I'm not even sure.
Which kind of is, yeah.
True.
That map is huge, so it's anybody's guess, really.
But for how much we know, there is so much variables that we don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Don, I think. I was
I
thinking
mean,
for a second there. I think Don
yeah.
has a favorite part of the trailer.
And
Presents?
you know what my favorite part is.
We all know.
I
You
mean,
all
yeah.
know, except for
I can
Kiira. But
see it in your
maybe that
Discord
just met. But the
profile
other people on
picture.
this call know. Come on. come the frick on if you don't know that you don't know me.
Obviously, it was Titan.
True.
No, I
It's
thought of you
Wooper.
immediately.
It's spelled D in Wooper.
Chocolate Whooper.
Wooper's my favorite. Yeah, chocolate Wooper. Wooper is my favorite Pokemon. I've seen the memes about it. Yes, I've seen the poopers and that sort of stuff.
Oh,
No,
I didn't want to say it.
Wooper is still a good boy. He still looks like a good boy, even though he's now poisonous ground, which is really, really weird. The explanation makes sense, though. I'm very happy about it.
I love that
Yeah.
despite being poisoned now that he's poisoned, his head looks like the skull and crossbones. I love that.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Makes me think
Fun
that was
little
like
touch.
just 100% intentional.
Yeah. But I am extremely happy about seeing like a new version of Wooper for sure. It made me very, very happy because yeah, it's my favorite Pokemon. So yeah, there you go.
That's good. I'm glad Don was a happy guy at the end of that presents.
Yes.
Yeah, the confirmation.
And that's also a really interesting typing too.
It is.
Yes, it is. It really, really is. Like
It's one of the
Poison
few-
Ground is. I wonder what Quagsire will look like now.
Ooh.
Huh?
Yeah.
Or what if
Paldea
it's a new one in
Quagsire.
general, like a new evolution?
That could be. Yeah,
Or a
absolutely.
center evolution or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. What were you gonna say, Tris?
Oh, I was gonna say I'm really happy that they did confirm like we're getting regional forms again, because that's always one of the most interesting parts of Pokemon to me in the last few generations. Like, because
Mhm.
it makes so much sense in like world building sense that Pokemon would be different depending on where they're from. So I think
Right.
it's such a fun way for them to revisit other kinds of Pokemon that maybe never get the spotlight, for example.
Mm-hmm. No, for sure. But
was
yeah,
happy.
Wooper. I mean, the ability's a poison point now, which hey, that works for me.
All right. Well, before I say my piece, everyone else has given theirs, right?
No,
sure.
Daniel hasn't.
Oh, Daniel? We're missing Daniel. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's hear it, Daniel.
Yeah, I was holding. If I was gonna go first, I was gonna hold back saying Wooper because I didn't want to take that from Don. Because
Oh,
know.
thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate
We
it.
all know.
Because I love Wooper as a Pokemon. I try to have a Quagsire on my team no matter what game we have. But yeah. I guess from what's left, I don't know. Just the prospect of what's possible with multiplayer and what they showed off so far right now. I know it's not necessarily a new thing that we saw with last Pokemon Presents, but I'm so curious to see, like, can we in multiplayer all go off and do our own thing in another player's world, or can we just, like, is that the only way to take on raid battles and such?
That,
Like,
yeah.
I would imagine there will be some sort of restriction to that, right?
you would think. I'm not sure what
Yeah.
Pokemon plans with. They always do something that I don't expect with things like this, or it might be something underwhelming. Like you can't leave the same area unless you're all together or something. I don't know. It could be either or.
Yeah.
But yeah, just being able to see what you can do. Just fun stuff. You can take selfies together. You can all ride on your Miraidon and Koraidon together, like you're having a motocross race across the world. Yeah, I just really I love multiplayers in situations like this, and to do with Pokemon, I'm really excited to see what that can extend to.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm very hopeful about it. Yeah.
Surely, right?
Mm-hmm.
Surely we're not able to do like gym battles and like any of the story progression or anything like that as a party of 4, right? So
Probably not.
my question after seeing that was like, where does this integration end? Because they did say, if I remember correctly, I might be wrong. I'm pretty sure they did say that you can go catch you can encounter wild Pokemon together, and then everyone at the end of that battle will have the opportunity to catch that particular Pokemon.
I think they said it in relation to the raid battles, though.
Yeah, I'm not
Was it
sure
to
if
the
they
raids only?
I don't think they've been in detail yet about wild Pokemon.
Yeah.
Except I think we can all see them on the map. I want to know in terms of shiny Pokemon, because if we can see shiny Pokemon on the map, are we gonna like fight over who gets to?
Oh man.
Yeah.
Can you imagine that?
The bloodshed for that.
Oh, shiny Wooper Don kicks everyone in the lobby.
I think that kind of thing
This
could
session
already
is
happen
over.
in Sword and Shield with the raids. I don't think it was a guaranteed shiny for everyone if it was a random chance. I could be wrong, but
It was not. You're right.
Yeah, I was like, I feel like I
Right.
remember people talking about like someone in their lobby got a shiny, but they didn't, and they were upset about it.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I think for raids in Sword and Shield, it works kind of like Pokemon Go, in which it's determined at the end of battle or maybe at the beginning of battle, but it's not the same for everybody. But I'm specifically curious about the wild Pokemon on the map. If you can do whatever the shiny hunting method is in this game to increase your odds, will that?
There's
I don't know.
gotta be more to the multiplayer than just
Yeah, we need more
like the
deets.
overworld, the raids, and like riding. As cool as it is, riding around on like the motorcycles, right? There's gotta be more to it than that, because otherwise that's just the same thing, essentially, the same gameplay loop as Sword and Shield was, albeit just like in a bigger setting.
I have like a funny hunch that maybe one of the different stories might be it might lean more towards being focused on multiplayer, but you could also do a single player as well. Maybe that's where there'll be a little bit more integration with, or where they're going to push more for people to link up together for multiplayer. I don't know. It's all up in the air right now. I'm curious to find out more.
It would be really interesting if like you like chase down the evil teams, and if you're going in like a group, there'll be more of them. So like, oh, you're gonna enter a double battle? Fine, we'll partner up too, or something like that. I think that's wild. That's too much, but I would love that.
They're like, oh, it's like that, huh?
I double checked the Pokemon website. It says, additionally,
okay.
with the new Junior Circle feature added to the Pokemon portal, you up to 3 friends can travel together in the same space, cheering each other on as you battle wild Pokemon, and showing each other the Pokemon that walk along with you.
Okay, so
Wait,
probably we're not battling the wild Pokemon together. Doesn't sound
Only
Okay,
it
y'all
seems
can just
it
watch
seems
me
that they
while I-
imply that only one person at a time is battling them.
So let's hope
okay.
you can't see shinies on the map, because that's gonna.
Oh man.
It's gonna be a brawl.
Yeah.
What if Paldea and Wooper is blue in shiny form?
Oh, wouldn't that be
Oh,
so
man.
cute? Or pink.
I foresee myself in a day just like riding around with Don, watching him catch wild Woopers, and I'll spectate him the whole time.
we
not
can.
I mean, that's going to happen day one.
we
so,
can
you
also
know.
create our own Pokemon Kart game and just like figure out a map. To
Yeah.
drive
Oh,
through
yeah, there you
and
go.
race from one side to the other.
Oh yeah.
Motorcycle gang.
So if
Motorcycle
the
gang.
catching mechanic isn't good, we'll just change the game. All good.
And then we'll do Pokemon
Yeah,
themes.
true.
Somebody will remix Pokemon themes on Eurobeat.
Yeah, there you go. Perfect.
Oh man.
Yeah, something Akira.
He.
Man. All right. Well, for me personally, I think, and this might just be me, as far as presentations go, this one was actually very well paced and also very well curated because it felt like there was, just something for everyone there. Even people that were excited for Mewtwo and Pokemon Cafe Mix, there was something for them too, right? Gosh.
I mean, it's a returning Pokemon, so I already have Mewtwo Pokemon Cafe remix.
do you guys think this is obviously no shade to anybody out there that's like a huge Cafe Mix stand, but do you guys think there's anybody that was like, oh my god, the best moment of that presents was when Mewtwo came down?
It's gotta be
Again,
someone.
My
again,
standout
There's got to be
highlight.
someone.
Again, Mewtwo was already in Cafe Remix. It's just a return of an event.
Well, certainly not everyone got him the first time around, right? So that's why,
who
yeah,
got
those
into it
people
last
are like,
time.
I'm
I've
so
played the
glad
game.
he's back.
It's a
I
cute
didn't know
game.
he was even in the game.
Yeah, honestly, I
Yeah,
didn't
it
either.
was in
I
the period
found
for a
out
month,
after the fact.
and now they're doing it for another month. So yeah,
I think anybody who would have been super hype over that announcement probably wasn't watching the Pokemon Presents. Because I bet you there are hardcore
True.
Pokemon Cafe players, but they aren't hardcore Pokemon fans.
Yeah, I can see that.
Oh,
No
that's
shade.
right.
But that's my
Yeah,
take on
no,
it.
we talked about this, Sam, whenever we were
We said
streaming the other day,
It's
and
the
I
Farmville
said,
moms that are into Pokemon
yeah, it's the
Cafe.
Farmville moms of the
Oh,
world that were like,
gosh.
yo, Mewtwo? Oh my goodness.
The Candy Crush.
wait, is that where the
players.
Farmville moms went?
Oh my god, I haven't thought about
They
Candy
probably
Crush
don't
in
even really
years.
know what Mewtwo
Unlocking
is.
Parts of my memory here.
We're probably really insulting some Pokemon Cafe remix.
Well,
fans, so-
I hate to break the news to you, Sam, but the Facebook moms of the world that do play Pokemon games are our age around.
That's
so they
probably
probably have an
true.
idea of who Mewtwo is, at least in some way.
To be fair, at the same time, I can guarantee that I'm the only one in the school who still plays actively Pokemon Masters.
I
well,
open it.
Yeah, that's me too. I do
gosh,
it.
darn it! Don, why'd you have to expose Sam and I like that?
I just
Well, there
like
you
the
go.
rolling aspect at that point. So I just open it and until I can get a roll, and then I do a full roll. It's
Don't
very
worry.
exciting.
I just play the game.
Don't worry, guys. I play it too.
Oh,
See?
fair enough.
Oh, do you play actively?
Semi actually. I'll jump back into it during certain events when there's like things happening and there's gems to roll with. But I do have some teams.
Okay,
Nice.
it's like a secondary to your Fire Emblem Heroes.
Oh yeah, I play Fire Emblem Heroes more than I do Pokemon Masters, and I'm not ashamed of it.
Me too.
yeah. I
Yeah.
don't know how you stand to do that. I would spend so much money in that game if I let me. If
Oh,
I
man.
let me do that.
Like, I literally only play 3 gacha games on my phone. That's Fire Emblem Heroes, Pokemon Masters, and World Flipper.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Mario Kart Tour.
No, I don't play Mario
play.
Kart Tour at all. No, I don't play Mario Kart Tour at all. Because that's where the Dragadia Lost team went to work on World Flipper.
Oh, I see.
Chris plays Mario Kart Tour.
I do.
RP directly
much.
lost.
RP, yeah, RP.
R.I.P..
Dragadia Lost. Yeah.
R.I.P. Well, anyway, to continue my thought, I thought it was very well paced. So,
Yes.
my personal highlight, though, like many, I'm sure, was getting all of the new information regarding Scarlet and Violet. Getting to see more of the Paldea region was great. Getting its name was also very satisfying. Because it all just looks really good, right? There's tons more variety than I was anticipating, because I saw, like, in the beginning footage, whenever it was first revealed and everything, it was very tropical, and I was like, well, maybe we won't get any sort of, like, snowy or Arctic areas. I was wrong. So it all looks, like, really, really great. I like seeing all the variety and stuff of locales and Pokemon and stuff. But, of course, speaking of, the new Pokemon designs and the forms are awesome, but I think the part that stood out to me the most was all the info regarding the game's single and multiplayer offerings, like a lot of you have already mentioned. Both of which seem to take a lot of what Sword and Shield and even Legends Arceus did and build upon them in some ways. So, for instance, we have this brand new open world approach to the game's overworld, which seems to take the blueprint that Sword and Shield's wild areas laid out and basically just apply it to what seems to be the whole map, I think. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like from a third person perspective and just looking at the map itself, you're like, wow, that's really open. So I'm not sure what to what extent this game's map will be free roamable, but at least from a glance, things seem to be bigger, more open, and free from the traditional route design of Pokemon's past, which I think is a cool thing. So this design approach, though, also applies to the game's single-player campaign, too, which, as it sounds like, we'll be able to tackle the game's main story, quests, and gyms in what... This is what gets me. In whatever order we want, I think.
Yeah.
So I have a few questions as to how that exactly works, but
Mm-hmm.
I, for one, am all for that style of storytelling. So I guess, like, before I wrap up my thought here, just does anybody have any, like, because whenever I heard that, I thought, like, okay, that means that theoretically, if I have, like, my level 5 starter, right, and that means I can go to, like, what would normally be the end game gym, and my thought is that it'll probably just have the game adapt that person's
Yes.
team to what I have
Mm-hmm.
and like scale the levels accordingly. I don't know. Or
mean,
is it going to be like Breath
yeah.
of the Wild maybe, or if I go to the end, I'll just like get my tushy handed to me and then just die. Like
I don't think
How does
they're
that
gonna
work?
do that because obviously with accessibility in Pokemon is pretty high in that standard. I think they would more likely scale the game than give an impossible challenge to overcome.
Interesting. So you think it's going to be more of like, well, because in past Pokemon games, oh my god, this is like a whole rabbit hole.
Yes.
In past Pokemon games, like the 8th gym, right, the final gym is
Mhm.
usually like a team of 5 or 6, right? Which, if you scale the levels back of that person's team, that's still like what would essentially be a quote unquote impossible challenge because I have like maybe 1 or 2 at the beginning of the game. So does then the game change the amount of Pokemon that that person's team has and their
I would
levels? And if so, like,
imagine,
are there
yeah.
multiple different variations of this one singular trainer's team? Oh
I
my
think
God.
I think
I'm
that's
rubbing
the,
my head.
I think that's the easiest thing to do where you are in multiple stages throughout the game and have it comply in the back end.
Yeah.
Because it's basically just stats and models that you already have in the game in the first place.
So do you think like any singular one gym trainer will have like 6 different versions of what their team is?
I could
at any
imagine
given point
that,
in the game?
honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't be too surprised by it, to be honest.
It
that could
wouldn't
be
be
really interesting.
too difficult.
Yeah.
And then
yeah.
it would be not like their difficulty level wouldn't be based on how strong you are. It would be based on what order you're doing it in.
Yes.
Yeah.
This doesn't even actually take into account Pokemon typing either. Because, like, in beginning of
No.
Pokemon games, there's only, like, a certain couple of types that are available. And obviously the game is structured in a way like, okay, you have, like, these Pokemon available, we'll throw this gym leader at you. So you have at least something that's super effective. That
But that's kind of cool.
How does that
I kind
even
of like it because then it's if you start off with Fuecoca or whatever and you say, I'm going to be smart and I'm going to go fight Grusha first.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's cool that you now have that strategy.
Yeah. 100%.
I could
Oh,
have sworn
my
that the Pokemon Company I mentioned that there's no level scaling in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, right?
It sounds
Maybe
Oh my
familiar.
God.
Maybe they really-
might have.
I'm pretty
I mean,
sure, and I was like,
that-
well, why not? Because there's like an in-universe reason or solution to that. Like if anyone has ever watched Pokemon Origins, the short like 4-episode animation, when Red goes to Brock, he literally has like this panel of 6 Pokeballs, and he's like, oh, so this is your first gym battle, and so he takes 2 specific Pokeballs. So it shows that he's like prepared for whatever many number of badges the challenger has, and it
Yep.
could be something like that. But I don't think they're doing that here, and I'm mad.
It would. I can understand that being annoying internally to keep track of, but I do think that would have been the best way to handle it with some sort of level scaling.
Mhm.
So I imagine then, if there isn't level scaling, what they might end up doing is gyms still have like set, maybe like they'll still have set levels. So like you can go off and do what's clearly meant to be like the last gym based on levels and the Pokemon that are there, but the wild Pokemon themselves will probably also be similar. So you could probably catch like stronger Pokemon early on, and then use those if you want to. Like, it may not have the normal progression that we're used to in that case. Where there may not be a
Makes
proper
sense,
sense of the last thing and the first thing. It might just be high level things around, low level things around, and you have to figure out how you're going to go about getting said things.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, fair enough.
There's a couple different angles to consider, I guess, like couple different possibilities. But I think in times like these, I always turn to my one bastion of truth, the one person in the world that is always right, Kiira. How do you think this is gonna play out?
I'll be honest with you. I care so little about like the gameplay loop for Pokemon. I'm just sitting here thinking about like which Pokemon starter am I gonna which Pokemon starter plushie am I gonna buy at the Pokemon Center? I'm totally gonna buy Quaxley. And y'all are sitting here talking about like battles and stuff, and I'm like, dude, I throw the Pokeball, catch a Pokemon, serotonin enters my brain, and I'm happy. Like I just
Especially if it's cute.
Right,
Yeah,
like
especially.
I'm over here thinking about Bread Dog, dude. Like I don't care about which.
Oh,
respect
I
that.
don't care about the gyms.
Good old Fido.
Yeah, Fido. He's so cute. But yeah, it's like I'm being 100% serious. Like I have no speculation on what actually is gonna happen as far as like multiplayer or gyms or I'm here for the adventure and I'm
All
serious. That's it.
All right. Okay.
I got nothing to add.
Well, that just means that if anything happens, since you're throwing caution to the wind, then you're right anyway, right? Because you said that anything is possible, and if anything happens, then it's right. So you're
Yeah,
That's how Kira's
keeping the
always
streak
right.
going.
Yeah.
Keeping the streak going. Kira's always right. Beyond the single player, though, as well, obviously there was a big emphasis on multiplayer, which was really cool. And just to kind of wrap up my thoughts, I think it's really cool that we're seeing the return of raid battles. That was one of my favorite things to do in multiplayer. One of the few things to do in multiplayer from Sword and Shield. And all in all, I'm just very, very excited for this new batch of games, to say the least. But
Okay,
of course,
have you seen how cute Wooper is?
I have. Yes. My
Yes.
timeline has just
Cool.
been flooded with just so many whooper, pooper memes, images, artwork.
It's a good boy.
It's such a good boy. But of course, with all that said, and excluding Don, because we all know, right? What's been everyone's favorite new Pokemon so far?
I don't. It's trick. There's not that many.
Well, I'm
In,
just gonna
in
say
general,
many.
in general, or specifically of the three that were shown off in this present.
No. In general, so like all the new ones coming for
Oh.
Gen 9.
all of them.
Then I'm
It's
so
still-
for
it's-
Coco.
It's still Quaxley for me.
Nice.
Oh, is that going to be your starter?
Yeah, most likely. It's a bird. I'm going to choose Quaxley, my water bird, definitely. I am hoping, this isn't related, I am hoping that this is the generation where we finally get a hummingbird Pokemon, because I cannot believe we've gone 9 generations.
Ooh.
There's not a single hummingbird Pokemon, and I hope this gets corrected this gen.
Oh, that would be great.
That's true. Well, especially since it's all like tropical esque,
Hmm.
and some of the beginning towns have these little like fountains and stuff. It'd be perfect for like a hummingbird.
Fingers
Yeah.
crossed.
Kira's is obviously Quaxley, right? Unless I'm wrong.
Yeah, well, starter wise, yeah, Quaxley, and it took me a while to. I've actually, I thought it was gonna. I've honestly picked like Fuecoco and Sprigatito. Like, I've been switching around. Like, at first I was like, I'm totally going Sprigatito. And I was like, no, Fuecoco's cute. And then I finally did settle on Quaxley, which I usually don't do that. Usually, like for Sword and Shield, I knew it was gonna be Scorbunny. Like, I knew the moment I saw that little thing, I was like, that is mine. And this gen, it's been hard, and I think it's because every Pokemon we've seen has been so good that it's been hard to choose my favorite.
Yeah.
I still think my favorite one that I've seen so far is probably Quaxley. I haven't had the moment where I'm like I haven't had my Yamper moment. You know, like the moment I saw
know, they
Yamper,
made
I
that
fell
one
in
Fido's not good
love. I know. Well, he's good, but I just like I want to just eat him. You know.
Oh god.
No, do
I'm
not
not,
eat
like-
the.
That's what
oven.
happens when you make a Pokemon based on bread.
Dude, I would
He's a
just dunk him
purebred.
in some soup and take a bite out
Plus,
of him.
Kira's
like,
eating toast in her profile picture.
Yeah,
That's
dude.
a threat.
I love me some
No,
carbs.
no, you
Oh
know
my God.
exactly what's gonna happen. Like within the first few months of the game launching, is they're gonna have one of those like pop-up cafes appear in Japan, and they're gonna have like a Fido day.
Oh,
yeah.
no.
You know that's
Kiira,
gonna happen.
don't do it.
Straight up.
Kira, don't do it.
I already ate a Hisuian Zorora, so it's fine.
There you go.
I
When was
actually
this?
I drank him.
Oh dear.
Great.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, Fido's cool. Fido, is that his name?
Fido.
It's cool. I'm Fido, man. Quaxly's the favorite still so far. As I said, I haven't had that like wow Yamper, like literally gonna make Yamper my entire personality for the next 3 years moment. But that maybe it's a good thing. I don't need to obsess over every Pokemon I see. So, but I think it's good that I've like every Pokemon that I've seen, I'm like I could have that Pokemon on my team. So I think it's a
Yeah.
good sign that we're in for some surprises. And my friend, while watching the direct, my friend was like, I wish they would show more Pokemon, which I completely disagree. Like, I'm totally fine with what Pokemon that we have, because I think we've seen, like, at least a dozen new Pokemon from
It's
this
gotta
game.
be like, yeah, at least
Around
10.
there. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm perfectly satisfied. Like, I find a lot of joy in waiting and then having all of these Pokemon come at one time. Like, you don't know what it is. And then, we play the game and a wild so-and-so appears, and my favorite moment is just like, what is that? I've never seen it in my life. Because it reminds
just
me
like
when I
the
was
old
a kid,
days.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And so I personally hope they don't show us anything else. I know that Sam wants us to see the evolutions,
Yeah.
but I can take it or leave it, honestly.
I will just crumble if I don't see the evolutions before I start playing the game because I won't know who to pick because I refuse
Don't
to
worry.
get burned
They'll
and
get
pick
leaked
the wrong
somehow.
one.
There's gonna be leaks. Yeah.
Yeah, but
which
then-
I'll try to
don't worry.
avoid.
The problem is
but-
Don't
I
worry,
also
we'll get more information.
I also don't want too much revealed. I prefer to like have a good majority of Pokemon hidden, so I try to avoid the leaks. So how will I selectively see? I'm hoping personally that the evolutions of the starters are shown, which they do sometimes, but not
Not all the
often.
time, but yeah.
Yeah. So my fingers are crossed, but we'll see. I'll even take a
I mean,
silhouette. I could
Pokemon
probably
Worlds
decide based on
is-
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pokemon World's just literally around the corner, so there's always chance for news around there.
Yeah, true. There's time. It's still several months away.
Yeah, this time.
3 months.
3 months.
Then what was your favorite?
Is there really only 3 months? I don't know that.
Yes,
How
there's only
time
3
works.
months.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. It's
Oh
only
boy.
3 months.
My favorite as of right now is probably Sprigatito, which doesn't mean that I'm definitely choosing Sprigatito as a person who was very disappointed with her choice of Litten years in the past. I am learning from that mistake and waiting to decide because I do really like Fuecoco and Quaxley also. I'm in the same camp as Kiira where like they're just all kind of good and I will be happy with any of them, but I need to see those evolutions. And I think probably the starters are good enough that for me they surpass the other ones we've seen. But pretty much all the ones we've seen I've liked, except Say Titan, I'm not a big fan of, and actually didn't realize it was a new Pokemon when I saw it. Because it just felt like a generic like
Just a
Pokemon that I would have blocked out of my memory from the past couple gens.
What the heck, Sam? There's one Set Titan stand listening right now, and they're very mad.
I'm so sorry, but not for me. I will pass. I will get Satitan for my Pokedex and then Wonder Trade it away if they let me.
Oh.
Holy cow!
Yeah, Wonder Trade
Not
is
the
back in
Wonder
this game,
Trade
so you can
direct.
absolutely do that.
Good.
Holy
Yeah.
cow.
Wow.
Okay.
Also, every time somebody brings up Quaxly, I'm reminded that the German name for it is Quacks.
Nice.
That's amazing.
I'll take one.
That's
Quacks,
amazing.
please.
I really want to see that evolution. I need to see him evolve into Conquista-Duck. Please.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that's
Yes.
so good.
Yes.
That sounds adorable.
Tris, what do you think? What's your favorite so far?
While we were talking about these, I decided to pull up the list of all of the confirmed new Pokemon so far, just to kind of check over them again. And they're all like really good designs. Like I know, like every generation of Pokemon, you had people usually the Gen 1er is like, oh, this doesn't look like a Pokemon design. What is this, a Digimon or something like that? I have not really heard that at all. Like comparatively, compared to the last few gens, like I remember with Sword and Shield, people really were divided on those starters if they actually looked like Pokemon or not. But this time around, it has been like mostly positive. Like a good maybe at least 75%. Like people are on board. Like these are Pokemon designs, and they're all so good. But I'm still for Coco all the way. I know everyone's mostly talking about like starters, and I don't mean to add to that, but like I have loved Fuecoco's design since I first saw it, and looking through all the other ones, that's still the one that I'm not only most hyped to get, but like most hyped to get like the inevitable plushie of. Like I need that day one.
I need plushies all free, to be honest.
Yep. So good.
Well, starter designs are very solid. I only have a problem with like one Pokemon of this whole list.
Which one is it?
Oh, what is it?
All right, listen up.
Just trying to get you to buy into the Titan name.
No, actually, no. Okay, so I feel like the reason that this Pokemon is so popular is just because of its name, and that's Lechonk. Because, like, when you look at him, it's the most compared to the other pig Pokemon. It's the most generic of all of them. You got Tepig, you got Mankey, you got Spoink. His name's Spoink.
Spoink is far superior.
There are much better pig Pokemon designs, and people love this one just because it's called Lechonk, which is a fantastic name. But he's just a generic pig.
It's probably going to evolve into something awful that I don't want to look at.
Oh,
so.
God. Gonna evolve to like Lechungus or something. Who knows what it's gonna turn into?
No.
Who knows?
It will evolve into a Mogus.
I'm afraid.
Chungus.
Listen, first thing that came to my mind. I didn't even thought about the evolution for this one yet, but well, there you go, everybody.
I can't believe it's
like
gonna
the
evolve in
American
Milady.
Gen Z employee at the Nintendo Japan. It's just like, I got it. Lechonk and Lechungus. Holy cow.
I really hope that doesn't happen.
I hope. I'm split. I don't know. Either way, I'm gonna write this out.
He's like, I'm here for this dumpster fire.
Anyways.
So since we're talking about it, I brought up the list like Tris did as well. And I totally forgot. I mean, I love all these Pokemon as well, no doubt. But, and to be honest, I don't hate Titan, all right? Titan could be cool. I don't know. Maybe it's got like some sort of evolution or something that we don't know about. That's like really, really cool. But
No, we're gonna want to trade it all away.
The one that confuses me, and I totally forgot existed, was Palmy.
Yeah,
He's so
I feel that.
cute.
It's like the
Pikachu
one.
Cute little
It's a
election
Pikachu
rodent.
clone of this gen, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about Palmy, but anyway, I think my answer for favorite Pokemon so far is probably either going to be Quaxley, but if we're not using starters, then it would probably be Lechonk, because I would like to make an announcement, a very important one.
Yeah,
they named a Pokemon Lechonk. Okay,
See,
that is
That's
just
all it takes.
it's the name.
You're a little late on that announcement.
It's the name. It is. It is. It's the name. It's the name. I will agree. Otherwise, it's just like a normal looking like little pig, and it's probably going to evolve into some sort of weird abomination. But its name is Lechonk, and I think we should all be appreciative of that. You know, we live in the same timeline as when Pokemon names a Pokemon Lechonk.
Fair.
So anyway, that's probably those are my two answers for that.
Hey, my response to Lechonk, Vanilla did nothing wrong.
Yeah, seriously.
No,
That's such a clever
think that's
name.
True.
Everybody constantly shits on the Vanillite line, and I see Lechonk and like, oh, so you want that?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think the
folded
same
arms.
about Klefki. I think Klefki's an okay Pokemon, but
Yeah,
people
I
are
like
like,
Klefki
oh,
too.
they made a Pokemon that's a pair of keys. Are you kidding me? I'm like, no, they're just like mimicking things in real life. That's what Pokemon do. Anyway.
Yeah.
Sam, I'm surprised you didn't bring up your love for Trubbish too.
I love Trubbish.
Trubbish has gotten some heat over the years.
Trubbish is adorable.
Trubbish is just an unloved boy.
Yeah.
Poor Trubbish.
Yeah.
He's got cute little shark teeth. I love him.
Yes, the New York City
Yeah,
Pokemon.
seriously.
Yeah.
Dunsparce, on the other hand.
Yeah,
Aw,
no, I could do without
Dunsparce.
Dunsparce.
Mhm.
But I also don't like bugs, so I don't like bug Pokemon by extension.
It's not a bug Pokemon.
Oh yeah, you're right. Well, it looks like a bug. Listen, it looks like a bug, and that's all it takes.
Sam said, "If it's ugly, I hate it."
Typing doesn't matter in this instance.
Yeah.
We give a shout out to poor Smoliv who didn't get any love during this discussion. I
No,
love him.
but he was
I
adorable.
love Smoliv.
R.I.P.
Look at his face.
Honorable
Look
mention.
at his face.
Oh.
I know.
That sad look on
He's
his
so
face
worried
is his
about
reaction
something.
to not being discussed here.
Cute little, like, nervous olive boy. I feel like Smoliv is gonna have the best evolutions too. Or evolution.
Honestly, I do think out of
Yeah.
majority of these new ones, Smoliv might have the most interesting evolution.
Yeah,
bet.
very
Not
curious to
wrong.
see.
All right, and now to wrap things up on the Pokemon side of things, I want to ask a bit more of a serious question, since at this point we're about, like Don said, 3 months away from release. So,
Yeah.
given all that we've seen this past week and what we've seen of these games in general, are you going to be getting Scarlet or Violet? Daniel, what do you think? Which team are you?
I think I'm going to get Violet.
Yeah? Why is that?
Man, part of it is because, well, I lean more towards the color blue either way, whichever leads more to those cool colors. But also, Miraidon just looks really cool as a legendary, and as the one you'll be riding around the world. And I won't be able to take Koraidon as seriously running around with those wheels sticking out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
Yeah, for sure.
but at the same time, I'm more interested in oh my goodness, the Professor Turo is Violet, and then Professor
Yeah.
Sada is the one for Scarlet. I don't know. I like the aesthetic of Sada being like more for the past, and Turo being like more future with this whole like skin tight jumpsuit with the coat over it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But yeah, I even so, I think I'll probably be Team Scarlet over here.
Oh, okay.
Or no, Violet.
Any other
I
team
meant
Scarlets?
Violet.
I
sorry.
was like, wait a
Team
minute.
Violet?
I'm getting
Yeah,
my. I'm getting
you
my.
changed your mind very
my-
quickly.
Oh yeah. Graphic designer doesn't know Scarlet from Violet. Sorry.
Yeah. Any other team Violets in this call right now?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm team both.
Like all of us.
Oh,
It sounds like
literally everyone
everyone-
else.
Oh man, Team Scarlet or Oh god damn it, Team Violet over here. I need to look at the colors itself.
Wait, I asked the question and everyone answered. Is everyone getting Violet? There's no Scarlet.
I was sold on Violet
I-
minute 1 from when they were shown.
My
It's
people.
first of all, better color. Second of all, I'm
Yep.
always gonna take future motif over past motif. Who
Yeah.
caveman Oonga Boonga, like no thank you. I want like zap future dragon.
We're seeing a whole new
So-
side of
This
things
is
here.
not a difficult decision.
As a major sci-fi fan, I will agree.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I
Okay.
am usually that guy who buys both games anyway, so the one that I play first doesn't matter.
Yeah,
That's
that's
fair.
also
Okay.
true. But
So one I usually get digital, other get physical. I've not decided which of the two I will do in that order, so I will decide a week before launch and then just go with it.
That's fair.
Okay.
fair.
Kiira, are you getting Violet for the same reason I am?
I don't know. Is it because it's like futuristic or
Yes.
for you? Mine was more like when I first saw Scarlet and Violet pop up on the screen, I was totally gonna go Scarlet because like as a color, I'm like I like that better. But then the moment it was like this past future thing, and when I saw the legendary, I definitely went Violet. I think I'm picking Violet alone, yeah, just for the because I do like the future concept better than the past, and I think the legendary does look a lot better. So those are my reasonings,
Interesting.
yeah.
So some of you have said the legendary was it really like I'm wondering now for the last Pokemon Presents was the moment that everyone saw Koraidon running on its feet like a deal breaker?
No.
Do you think
Yeah,
for like
no,
a lot
I
of
was
No, it's just
people?
funny to
Like,
to-
genuinely?
it's funny to harp on it. It's always
Yeah,
fun.
I just found it hilarious, but outside of that, I prefer it to make sense.
Yeah.
Okay. Don, have you ever seen the Flintstones? It's kind of like the same thing.
It is very Flintstones.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you're right.
That makes sense.
Because he's got wheels and yet he still runs with his feet in the car.
And a Barbera
decorative.
cartoons, okay.
Yeah.
I'm curious if anyone's idea or anyone's opinion will change once we start to see version exclusive Pokemon, and if their favorites are in one or the other.
I think they mentioned a few on the website.
Yeah, Stonejourners and Scarlet. I'm a little upset about that, but I know I'll just trade with someone.
Really?
I haven't seen these yet. I need to go
I need
there.
to see what the exclusives are. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it's
Yeah.
enough to sway a lot of people just
Yeah, I
because
don't think it will
trading's so
necessarily
easy,
sway people.
But it's
There's always trading
something.
too. I don't know.
I do think there are people, and I'm usually one of these people, but it's not enough in this instance, who will specifically go with the game that is less popular.
Mm-hmm.
So like typically if I didn't care that much, if I knew everyone was going Violet, I would go Scarlet. And I know there's other people with that mindset. But in this case, I can't do it. I can't bring myself to do it. Although, like Don, I usually get both. I just usually favor one to play. So
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, so I looked it up for Scarlet. The confirmed exclusive Pokemon are Larvitar and Stonejourner. For Violet, that is, I think, Bagon and Ice Cube.
Yep.
Oh, I love Tyranitar,
so they're all kind of more of the past and future motif.
Yeah, a bit.
Yeah, for sure.
The future has ice cubes.
Yeah.
The future's invented ice. Good.
The past is
The
Stonehenge.
future is now.
I mean, to be fair, for me, ultimately, it doesn't really matter. If Scarlet ends up being the less popular of the two, I think that's more interesting because it can already share Pokemon to people with Violet.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe I will start with Scarlet first.
That's fair.
So I guess since a few of you brought it up, I gotta ask because for me personally, I don't really feel like these days it doesn't matter as much. But do you guys feel like version exclusive Pokemon are still a selling point for you?
Not as much as before.
If
trading
I'm
is so
not
easy.
sold on the overall motif and the motifs are different, then it does help to look at the lists.
I would never
So
think
for
of
you,
them
it's
as
theming.
a selling point specifically because I always get enough friends that get both versions, so I know I'll be trading with people. But yeah.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Okay.
I honestly, in Sword and Shield was sold for me because Galarian Ponyta, I think, was an exclusive for that one. I think that one was one. So it has in the recent past for Pokemon games sold me on a
Okay.
version, so it could still happen. I don't know.
Interesting. Okay. I was just curious. I'm not really saying it's
Random, but
the wrong way or
not
anything.
entirely random. But remember, Sword and Shield also, not that you would have known this at launch, but it also had version exclusive DLC,
That's right.
That's right.
which actually would have potentially swayed my decision if I had known when I. But there, even if there is going to be again version exclusive DLC, we aren't going to know about it before launch. So
No.
who knows?
Has no bearing. Yeah. Okay. Well, God. All right. Anyway, I'm excited to finally dive into a new Pokemon region. Thus, somehow, it's weird because somehow it feels like forever since the last time we got a new Pokemon game. But Legends Arceus released in January.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's very, very odd. But of course, even more recently than all this Pokemon news, right? We got new Mario Kart tracks, right? So
Ooh.
who's been playing them? I mean, I know Tris has,
Yes.
definitely, for sure.
I mean,
So,
you
why don't we
know
start
that
with
we
you
have
then?
I have too, so
Yeah, I do. We'll
Because we
go ahead and
stream
start with
together.
Tris then. Tris,
Yeah.
what are your impressions on Wave 2? And beyond that, what has been your favorite track of the new pack?
Oh man. So this new pack, I mean, I'm really glad that it released just a week after being announced. We didn't have to wait like a month like we did for the first one. We were already waiting quite a while for this one, so it was nice to get pretty soon.
Yeah.
It's been really fun. I really enjoy these. I think the quality of them also feel a little bit higher than Wave 1's, which is nice. And they even went back and updated a little bit of stuff for Wave 1. So it's definitely a good update, and there's some really good courses here. And I've been thoroughly enjoying it. To answer specifically the question of favorite course of these, that's a tough one because I really like so many of these, but I might go with the GBA Snowland has actually been one of the highlights here for me because
Really?
I did not
Oh.
expect that course to be as fun as it was. I love the shortcut potential. And the penguins are adorable. Like, how can you not like them?
Oh, yeah, the animations are so cute.
But the updated Calamari Desert is a very close second for me because that course is also really, really fun. And it's not just nostalgic fun now, it's nostalgic fun, and the changes made to the course make it exciting.
All right. That's kind of like where I am too. Like Calamari Desert's super high for me.
Mhm.
Oh, also there's like that new, I think it's an original course.
Yes, Sky High
Sky
Sunday.
High
Sunday?
Sunday.
I was not anticipating liking that as much as I do, but I love that course. I know it'll probably get. I don't really tune into Mario Kart Twitter at all, but I have a feeling that one's probably not going to be as highly regarded just because of the layout being like a giant oval.
Mhm.
But I love the aesthetics. I love just going fast, and it also makes me hungry. So there's that.
Oh,
It's
thematically,
all
it's great.
all positives. Thematically, it's awesome.
Mhm.
Yes. So I tend to love those courses that are kind of themed around food.
Yeah.
So this one is super colorful. The course I think is fun, and yeah, that one's definitely one of my favorites too. And of course, Waluigi Pinball. But everyone loves that one,
classic.
right? For the most part.
It's okay. It's okay.
Okay, Daniel.
Oh,
all right,
come
dude.
on. That course is like 1/4 is the only actual course where you're on the pinball machine. Otherwise, you're doing Drift City over here in the other part where nothing is happening except you're avoiding a pinball. It's become stale over time, honestly.
It's one of those
Alright.
courses that it's very iconic, but it could have done with some updates for this iteration.
This
And
was
didn't really
prime.
get them.
This was prime for like anti-gravity. It's a pinball machine. You could have did
Yeah.
something with anti-gravity.
Mhm.
I appreciate that the sound effects are so unique just to this course itself. That's really cool. But otherwise, it's like I don't know. It's not the most exciting track to me anymore.
Whew, piping hot takes over here. Love it. Love it. So is that if that's your least favorite, I'd assume, right? Of the new pack.
Oh, it's definitely not the least favorite. My least favorite is the SNES track. That is the least interesting
Oh,
one.
yeah,
The
yeah,
most
yeah.
possible simple course.
It,
yeah.
I mean, it follows. It's very true to the original SNES classic, and that's exactly what hurts it. Because in a game where there's so many different like interesting dynamic courses, there's nothing going on with this. There's 2 oil slicks. There's 1 boost pad. There's 0 ambition. That's what this course has.
Oh man, woo! He's coming for blood today. Holy cow! I do agree with you though. I think correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, and Triss is in the call, so they might be able to clear this up for me. But I think in Tour there was variations of that course that had way more verticality and glide sections and stuff. And I was so curious why they didn't even use those, at least in like the following laps or in any sort of way.
Because
it's so flat.
What I believe is the SNES courses, when they bring them back in Mario Karts, so like here in 8, for example, they want to preserve the classic part of it, whereas the GBA courses, they change a lot to make them more distinct from the SNES ones, so they're not just flat courses, because they have a lot more themes going on in the GBA ones. And N64 Calamari Desert, they know people have constantly driven into the tunnel back in the 64 days. They always wanted to. Now that they have a version of the course that lets you do that, of course they were going to make that update here. Mario Kart Tour, every course that gets added has a reverse variant, a trick variant, and then they've been doing remixed versions of these SNES courses that add like a ton of different things like gliding. And it would have been interesting to see those brought here, but I think they want the classic feel for the SNES ones in these Mario Kart games at least.
Man, that's such a shame because I feel like it's as a result just like it sticks out like a sore thumb because like Daniel said, it's super flat and it just plays like I don't know, pretty unmiraculously. So
I mean, you also played
don't
it in like molasses slow mode, if I recall correctly.
well, wait, to be fair, Don and I played it both ways. So I played it at 150, but that was definitely like torture.
I have to remember you that you were the one who suggested that we would play on 50cc for 4 races in the first place. My good sir.
So
And it was the more torture. No, I'm not done. I don't yield my time to you. Hold up for a second. And I want to remind you that it took us 20 minutes to get through these 4 courses.
Oh God, yeah, that's right.
And you had the brilliant idea of saying from, let's never do this again. Haha, just kidding. To which I said, absolutely not. Stop joking about this. I hated this very much.
Oh my god.
So,
And on this day, we learned that Alec
those,
tortured Don.
for those that don't know, right? Don and I were streaming the Wave 2 pack the other day. We were playing some online courses, and I was like, man, I don't remember the last time I raced on 50cc before, but why don't we just try it just for lulz? And then somebody in our lobby voted for SNES Mario Circuit 3, the new flat one. And I gotta tell you, that was the most grueling Mario Kart experience I think I've ever had. It was so slow. I made the joke that it felt like we were playing like in an old folks home. We were all on just a bunch of scooters.
Yeah. I
was
just kept
so sad.
screaming for 3 minutes, this is scuffed.
Gotta go slow.
Yeah, it was terrible. So.
Oh, in our chat, Tris found the tweet of us racing on
Tris found the
50cc.
video of it. It was.
Thanks
so
for the
bad.
memories,
It was
by the
so
way.
bad.
Yeah, great.
Good lord. But anyway, yeah, that's my least favorite. But I feel like we totally skipped over yours, Daniel. What are your general impressions of Wave 2, and what's been your absolute favorite track of the whole bunch? Let's hear that.
Honestly, I really enjoy what we got in Wave 2 as a whole. I think the tracks that we got now with this wave are overall stronger than the ones we got for Wave 1. Also with just overall more variety. There's more of a set pieces in some of these, like Sydney Sprint is a fantastic course as well. We haven't even talked about that one yet, but the
I love Sydney
the
Sprint.
way that there's so many different set pieces and things to look at when you drive through it, and how halfway through the course you essentially go back the way you came across the bridge. You can see the amusement park, or you're on a boat, the opera house. It's really cool. And but that's not even my favorite track. I think my favorite, because that's a close second. I think my favorite would have to be, in fact, Calamari Desert, which I didn't expect, because the N64 one, it's okay, it's fine. They took the ramps that they put in there in the 3DS version of Calamari Desert, which I expected already. But then in lap 2, when they make the change, I was just like, what is this ramp doing here? And then you go through a part that was like the least productive way to go through the stage, and made it integral to the course, and that was really cool to see. Just the surprise factor was really memorable to me, and it's the train basically from Paper Mario on the N64. How can you not love that?
Yeah.
And the music that takes some cues from it. Oh, it's just so good. It's an old favorite for mine now.
Oh yes, Calamari Supremacy. Love that course. Sam, what about you?
I really like pretty much all, probably excluding the SNES track, pretty much all of the DLC courses this go around, but I don't care how much of a travesty it is. I think Sky High Sunday is my favorite. It's really cute. Okay, the background's really cute.
Ooh.
And I just really like the elevation you get going on, and the like glide back down. I find it very peaceful is my favorite kind of Mario Kart. I would be happy with 50cc every round, to be honest. I'm terrible at Mario Kart.
Oh my god,
so-
Sam.
You wanna
I
test
would
that?
try it before you say something like that. Oh my god.
But I will say I think Sydney Sprint has the best music. Sydney Sprint.
Yes.
Yeah. Do y'all enjoy how
100%.
much Sky High Sunday looks and feels like Fall Guys?
I
Yeah,
was
maybe
wondering if that was
that's
going to
why
get brought
I
up.
like
Oh, that's
Same
I
color
saw that on
aesthetic.
Twitter. I was like, no way, that's like so true. Yeah, I like that actually. And Dawn.
Sydney Sprint is my favorite, yeah.
Nice.
I mean,
yeah,
it was
I
already
figured. Yeah, I remember you
discussed,
saying
but
that.
Sydney Sprint, I just love the backdrops. I love the whole tour aspect of those tour tracks a lot, and I think Sydney is one of the better ones, especially how you go past and into the opera house and explore the bridge and everything. I think it connects and gels like really well together in ways where I think New York Minute is a bit too compact in some ways. But I just think that like with Sydney, it's the right length. You see all the important spots, and the track just flows like insanely nice.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Yeah.
I agree. I'm also happy to hear that some of you kind of share the same opinion that I do. That this second offering of tracks feels way stronger.
Yeah.
Or at least at the
Yeah,
very
for
least
sure.
a little stronger than the first wave.
Which was
And
also
I totally
good.
agree.
What like great value
Mhm.
for this DLC pack.
Yeah,
We're only 2 in.
Seriously.
Yeah, honestly.
God, how many courses are we still due
A
for?
bunch.
I think
A
Don
lot.
did the math the other day, but I don't remember.
At least like 20 or something.
It's 24.
Yeah.
I think it's 24 because we still have 6 more
Yeah.
cups left.
Holy
Yeah.
cow! Oh my god. Kira,
Yeah.
I think.
correct me if I'm wrong. You don't have Mario
Wait,
Kart 8 Deluxe,
6?
right?
I actually bought it the day after they announced the DLC because I had not owned it. And because I'm like not I'm not very good at Mario Kart. I don't keep up with every single game, but I did buy it the day after they announced the DLC, and because I was holding out for Mario Kart 9 if that was gonna happen, but
You saw the
this ended
DLC,
up
you're
being
like,
the
all
way
right.
better deal. Yeah. So
Okay, so you got the DLC and everything too?
yeah, I have the DLC. I can't say that I'm as nostalgic for some of the courses that come back from other games because I didn't really get into Mario Kart until Mario Kart Wii.
That's fair.
Ooh.
Yeah, but honestly, yeah, I'm loving these new tracks so much, and I think my favorite is probably New York Minute. I really love these like Tokyo Blur was my favorite from the last set, and I haven't played the Australia one yet. But yeah, I love these ones from Tour that are just real places put into Mario Kart.
Yeah.
But I also have to say that Sky High Sunday, there's something about it, even though someone mentioned that it was like Fall Guys and I'll never unsee it. It's just so Mario Kart to me. Like the part where you're like going past the ice cream shops and the ice cream trucks, and there's like that
Yoshi's selling the
just
ice
classic
cream.
Mario font.
It's so
Yes,
cute.
the little Yoshi's selling the-
Little bar.
It's just it feels so Mario to me, and there are some tracks that I think get thrown into Mario Kart that just don't have that like. Does this make sense? Like that Mario
Yeah, it makes
feeling.
sense.
Yeah.
Whereas I think Sky High Sunday, it's like this was meant for Mario Kart. So yeah, I'm really happy with the DLC. Like I just I had the Nintendo Online subscription, the Plus anyway, and so
Yeah.
the moment they were like, yeah, you get these trucks for free, I immediately bought the game. I guess I was like one of the few people that still hadn't had it yet at that time.
Yeah, I remember you mentioned it months ago, and I was like, oh my god, how do you not have this game?
By the way, I did the math. We're
I
still
know.
getting 32 courses, huh?
Oh yeah, I couldn't
32?
count.
Okay, that's even
I
higher.
couldn't count. I forgot the other
Okay.
cups. Yeah, 32.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So
my gosh.
many.
I still
But
normal
by the
Mario
end of
Kart
it, we'll
games
have
are-
like roughly 100 tracks in this game.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
a whole extra game packed into this one game, essentially, when
It
it's
really
over.
is.
Every track is here.
Right.
Da-na-na-na-na.
And in the past, I was a little bit critical of Nintendo's online, the Plus thing, because I personally had felt that it wasn't enough. But now that I see that they are basically like every first party game that's going to have a major DLC, they're just putting that on Nintendo Online. It's made it so much worth it for me. Like I'll definitely be keeping my subscription basically on the Mario Kart 8 stuff alone.
Right. Well,
I feel
Yeah.
like
I mean,
definitely worth
the
it.
correction
I
that
totally
kind of start to
backtracked.
the correction that's kind of start to show though, because for example, Xenoblade 3 is still separate from the expansion pack.
Yeah,
Oh, like-
I guess I'm okay with that because I feel like Xenoblade, there's not as many people into that, obviously, as there are into the other things they have tacked on to the Nintendo Online subscription, like Animal Crossing, and is Splatoon getting something on there?
Well,
don't
the expansion
think we
pack
know
of
yet.
2
Octo
Octo expansion
expansion.
is in there.
Okay,
that's
that's
right.
right.
Yeah.
Oh, for 2, yeah, for 2.
Yeah, but I
So-
honestly think it's not a guarantee that new DLC will be in the expansion pack, to be honest. I honestly think that what they're gonna do is try to add a certain value per year, and I think
Mhm.
Mario Kart is part of that. I don't necessarily think with every game that they're gonna give away the DLC for free. I think with the reason why they kind of did it with Animal Crossing is like, while the value proposition was there, it was somewhat harder sell because it went in a completely different direction of what the main game is. I honestly think that they choose and pick what things to include in expansion pack and keep it a stack there. Because if you would include it for every major game that Nintendo releases, they would basically throw away money which they could give, which they basically could take from us at a whim.
Yeah,
That's
I
true.
They
agree.
would never take my money.
Well, I think it, and Don pretty much said this, but I think it literally is going to come down to the points in the year when everyone's expiration date comes up for their 1 year anniversary. So I think right now Mario Kart is really a good plan for them because it keeps people renewing if they want to keep playing the pass. But other than that, everyone who got the expansion pass when Animal Crossing came out, when Happy Home Paradise came out, is planning to have their expansion pass expire probably November-ish.
Yeah.
And so they're probably going to drop, I bet you anything, the next booster pass right after that point when everyone's expiring.
Yeah, and
Bet you
once again, they kind of
anything.
have to.
Yeah.
Because, like, basically with Animal Crossing Happy Home Paradise, it has an end game. Like, that end game is reaching 40 mid-houses and the credits roll. Like, you can play continuously after that, and you get a bunch of stuff for doing so. But, like, the majority can stay on your island. You don't have to go to that separate island to keep hold of all that stuff. So, it's not an essential DLC to keep playing Animal Crossing for. So really, they should keep expanding like their classic games, which they already still doing sort of with N64 and Genesis. And there is still stuff that feels like is in the pipeline. But outside of that, they need to like really see what like inspires people to keep paying for this stuff. Because if you are on a family plan, like it's not inexpensive. It's still a considerable amount of money if you not know what you're gonna pay for.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, man. The expansion pass has Pokemon Puzzle League on it, and that's all I
That's
know.
all
It's
it
true, it
takes.
does.
Puzzle.
That was a very nice surprise. I will say that.
Let's play some puzzle. League.
Yeah. It's,
All
yeah.
I need. Oh, after this, I'm down for that. Let's go.
I only wish I could play with Americans on N64 online because it crashes the online if a European and American plays together.
Oh, I didn't know it didn't work.
Oh.
I didn't know it worked like that. What?
It's
you can
almost
play
like
it
we're
in everything
paying.
else. It's just
It's almost
the
like we're
expansion?
paying €50 for still really bad servers connected to classic games.
Oh.
What? No, that's not it. No. That's not. No.
Like I can only play with people in my own region in those
I
games.
didn't
Wow.
That
realize
is
that.
crazy.
I didn't know it worked like that because you could do it online. You did online with me in Mario Kart.
Yeah, but with the classic games, it's still peer to peer.
Oh, I guess. Well, it doesn't make sense, but I guess when you think about it like that, it makes more sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
It still
Well,
sucks.
There are, I think Don said 32 more tracks remaining. So,
Yeah.
So many.
last little thing to round off our Mario Kart topic. What is one course that you feel like you would want to see return if it hasn't already in the first two waves? Don, what do you think?
Vancouver Velocity.
Yes, that's a good one.
Ooh, you're a tour guy, aren't you?
Well, not a major tour guy. I did play the new courses, but then I stopped. So I only played
Okay.
new stuff.
All right.
But yeah, Vancouver Velocity is the one I want from tour.
Mine was like I really wanted Tokyo Blur from tour, and we got that wave one.
Nice.
So I was like, okay,
There
cool.
you go.
Awesome.
Yeah.
What about you, Daniel, Mr. Waluigi Pinball here?
Oh, me. 3DS Rainbow Road. I want to see that come back.
Oh,
Hell
That is
yeah.
the best Rainbow
Oh.
Road, and I will
Hell
be so
yeah.
excited to see that again. Yeah,
So
that's when I got really excited for kart courses where it's just one big long lap. Oh, that was such a cool addition to the Mario Kart 7.
Yeah.
So Don and I talked about this on our stream the other day. There's apparently in the list of I don't say apparently there is a another Grand Prix coming up in the next few waves of DLC that is a Blue Shell Cup.
At the very
And
end, yeah.
some people have theorized that that's going to be a Grand Prix consisting of all Rainbow Roads.
Only the Rainbow Road Cup.
Gosh,
So
I wish.
I would say I would look forward to 3DS Rainbow Road, but also my personal favorite, Double Dash Rainbow Road.
Ooh.
That would be
boy.
really cool to see.
Yeah.
That's a tricky one.
I mean, I'm
So-
also a big fan of Rainbow Road, but that's just me.
Okay, I feel like I've been keeping this secret so long, but you guys keep bringing it up. I've never played the Wii. Mario Kart Wii.
I thought you were just gonna say the Wii. Like,
You
stop.
never played. You skipped the whole
I've
generation.
never had a Wii. Borderline impressive.
I've never played Mario Kart Wii, so I don't really have the same nostalgia for all the Wii courses that a lot of you do. I don't even know what the Wii Rainbow Road looks like
That sounds like
in the top of my
That
head.
But you can look that up on YouTube.com.
I was gonna say, it sounds like
It's not the
you
same,
should stream. It sounds
Don.
like you should stream at some point now.
Yeah, streaming at 50
Okay, listen,
CCs.
Yoshiller and I have talked about it before because he was like a big Mario Kart Wii
Mhm.
person back in the day, in his early days on YouTube. So it's been talked about before, and I think eventually I'll just do something like that.
Nice.
But
I would.
yeah, I welcome them though. Mushroom Gorge is great.
I would love the only reason I would love to see Super Circuits Rainbow Road is because it has Bowser's Castle from Paper Mario in the background, and I would love to see that in
Oh,
HD.
yeah.
That'd be really cool.
That would be nice.
There we go. bring up Paper Marios.
They'll tragically remove it.
No.
They better not.
It's the only thing in the sky. There's nothing else there there's no other thing to display. Please don't remove
That's
it.
what you say, Daniel. But they removed the Mii's from Coconut Mall.
Also, just gonna be Shy Guys in the sky. I see.
Flying with balloons.
What about you, Kiira? Which track are you
This
hoping
is-
for?
This is hard for me to answer because I don't remember a lot of the tracks. But like, I'm trying to think. There was like one, I can't remember if it's from Mario Kart 7 or Mario Kart Wii, but there's like a cruise ship one.
Oh, that's the one. Isn't that the one from GameCube?
Is that the
Oh,
Daisy Cruiser?
I don't know.
Daisy
Daisy Cruiser?
That's gotta be it. Yeah. Is that from? Is
Yeah,
that from
it's-
GameCube?
Yeah, it's from Double Dash.
It was.
it's
It was
also-
also
Okay,
in
that
7.
would be
It
why.
was also.
I've never played Double
It was
Dash.
also in the
so that's
3DS one.
Yeah.
So you might remember from that.
Yeah.
That's how I remember it. Okay, yeah, exactly. So that one would be cool
Daisy
because I just
Cruiser.
remember that one so well.
It's a
But
good
yeah,
one.
I don't
It is a
know.
great
Yeah, it's
course.
not it.
Yeah.
That would be fun. That'd be really fun.
Yeah, you
We
drive
keep
around on the
Nintendo for
inside.
some reason is like all about Daisy Erasure recently for whatever reason.
I mean, I also really like the Wii Days, of course.
Daisy Circuit.
It's called Daisy Circuit.
Mhm.
Daisy Circuit is like just the sunset over the boulevard with the Daisy Cruiser in the background, and you're riding over that boulevard. It's so much fun. I love Daisy courses.
Yeah, I loved. That's a good suggestion, Daisy Cruise, because you like. My favorite part was driving around on the inside and like trying to avoid all the tables that are going back and forth, because the cruise ship is whoever is piloting this cruise ship is doing a terrible job. But like, the cruise ship is like tilting and everything's falling over. It's so good. I
Yeah.
haven't thought about that in so long. Wow, interesting.
It just came to mind because I think, even though Mario Kart Wii was my first Mario Kart, I played the heck out of 7 when it came out because the online was so good.
Yeah.
on
Nice.
like for that game on the 3DS at the
Mm.
time. It, like basically played it every day in college, and I think that's the only reason why I remember. It's like the one stage I remember playing, but because it's not an 8, it's like, it's like I remember this one Mario Kart stage that I haven't played in years. It's the only one. Like I literally probably can't name another Mario Kart stage.
But yeah,
that one.
Daisy Cruiser
Couldn't
would
even name that
probably be in the DLC for sure.
Yeah,
Gotta
that would
be right.
Hope
It's
so.
got to be, yeah.
It would be nice.
I mean, Daisy's in Strikers now, right?
Yeah.
So surely they're
Yeah.
done with this whole Daisy Erasure
Just
era.
later.
Happen.
Seriously. Sam, what about you? I'm curious, actually. What about you, Sam?
You should be curious because I had to use Google to get an answer. Like I can't. I've played. I'll tell you. I've played every Mario Kart game as it came out through the years, and I
Yeah.
just like my memory doesn't like to hold on to these things for some reason. Every
Aw.
Mario Kart level just kind of meshes together in my mind. But after doing a little, like 2 minutes of research on Google while you guys were talking, one is I remembered Shy Guy Bazaar was a thing, and I really
Yes.
want that. So
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna go. My first answer, Shy Guy Bazaar. My second answer is, of course, I've never played and just discovered existed in Mario Kart Tour, called Merry Mountain, which is Christmas themed, and it's
Yes.
so cute.
Oh,
and now I
yeah.
want that. So I'm hoping that they do like a
Aw.
little holiday launch, and we can get Merry Mountain, and I'll be very happy.
There you go. That would be great.
That'd be
Fair
cool,
enough.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of.
Well,
the
we
tour
would be due
courses.
for another booster course one. Like, we would be due for another wave before the holidays, right?
Yeah, like right around
Yeah.
November, December.
I'm thinking
Yeah,
November.
that's about.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Merry Mountain. It's
Make
coming.
it happen.
Wave 3.
I'm also of the opinion is Grumble Volcano could be in the main game of Mario Kart 8. Then where is Maple Treeway? That should also probably be in this DLC, right?
At some point.
That would be
probably,
great
yeah.
for like a late fall release.
Yeah, that would make so much sense. All right. I think arguably the official source and #1 Mario Kart fan in this call, Chris. What would be your standout like pop off moment for them to bring back any track from Mario Kart for this booster pass? What would you think?
Oh man, I mean, Daniel already said 3DS Rainbow Road, so I won't say that one, but it's high up there for me for sure. We already touched upon it a little bit, but Wii Rainbow Road, I love that one so much. That's always been one of my favorite Rainbow Roads. The star bits in Mario Galaxy floating around it, and the different shortcut potential, and it's going all over the place. The melody is so good. I loved everything about that course, and I would love to see that one come back. That would be very special to me, because Mario Kart Wii was like I played like I basically been playing Mario Kart since I was like very very little with like Mario Kart 64 and everything, but Mario Kart Wii was like the first one that I got like really into growing up, where like I could not put it down, and it had online and constantly playing that. So Wii Rainbow Road is very special to me. So I would love to see that get added at some point.
All right. Oops, all Rainbow Road.
Yeah, there we go.
Booster course pack coming at the very end there. Blue shell.
I would totally be for
Make
it.
it happen. Well, my personal vote. I've said this before, but I'll just kind of reiterate. My personal favorite Mario Kart game ever made was Mario Kart DS.
Ooh.
Simply because of the whole snaking mechanic. I thought that was really
Nice.
cool. Even though it like really hurt my hands. It was fun. It was fun. The online was great, and I liked a lot of the courses. Specifically, DS Airship Fortress would probably be my vote for a returning course, especially since I think it was in Tour.
It was, yes.
Right?
Yep.
It was in Tour, so to see that course come back in this booster course pass at some point would be really, really cool. Because I feel like we also need a little bit more DS representation. I don't know. Maybe I'm just biased, but
It would be nice.
I don't think we've
also-
seen it at all yet, right? In the pass anyway.
Yeah, I would also really love Yoshi Falls.
Oh.
Yeah, that's another one. It's kind of almost a tie for me between that one and Airship Fortress, but I think Airship Fortress is just a more solid course overall.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure.
Like very, very slightly, but I love them both. So, but yeah, more DS representation, specifically Airship Fortress would be cool. And yeah, that's my piece on it. So,
All right.
yeah, but anyways, I think that's about it. So thank you guys so much for joining me today for this month's episode. I appreciate it. I think I'm going to do my best to make sure that this podcast is run on a mostly monthly basis and gets updated regularly over on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. That way you can listen to these discussions in whichever way you prefer. But I think we're pretty much here at the end. But before we go, I wanted to take a second, go around the table one last time, and give each of you 5 seconds to tell us about yourself and where our listeners can find you on the internet. Starting with you, John.
John.
I
I think you just said John.
I heard
Can
John
you
too.
stop? I never say John.
I didn't.
never say John.
You did it during the stream too. One time you said John.
Why on earth would I call you John?
You just wound into the dawn too heavily.
That's what I think it was, yeah.
I'm just gonna start calling you by your full name then, Nintendaan. All right, start
No.
us off here.
Don't call me by my internet name. Hi, I'm Dan. You can find me at Nintendaan on Twitter, which is NINTENDAAN. Do stuff for Game Explain. Do stuff on YouTube and Twitch. It's all fun and games. Follow me on Twitch, I guess, at Nintendaan. That's the same ad. Yeah, I do fun stuff with games. Hell yeah.
Awesome, thank you, John. Daniel, go for it.
Hi, everybody.
I'm leaving.
Hi, everybody. You can find me on Twitter at Evernight Studio. I do graphic design and art for Good Vibes Gaming on YouTube. I do we also do our Twitch channel official GVG as well with my friend Brandon. We do games every Tuesday, Thursday, and yeah, we're really close to 100K, and we're really excited for that.
Yay!
Woo!
Exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely go sub right now, or I'll find you. Kiira, what about you?
Hi, you can find me over at Ginger Gaiden. I do Ginger Gaiden on YouTube. I do anime pilgrimages and recently a gaming pilgrimage. Check out my Pokemon in Hokkaido real life Sinnoh video over there. And yeah, on Twitter at Kiira Hedgehog. That's where you can find me.
Yep, go watch that gaming pilgrimage video. That is like one of the coolest things I think you've done. It's like one of my favorite videos.
Thank you. It was so fun. I'll
It
be
was so cool.
doing a winter version of it and going to like Snow Point City and stuff like that in the winter.
That sounds really cool.
Wait,
Yeah.
is that an exclusive announcement here on the show?
Wow.
First look.
I think I said something on my Patreon about it, but
Okay. First to the public. Breaking
Ayo.
news.
It's always here on the Nintendo Roundtable.
I know, seriously. God. Feel so privileged. Sam, what about you?
My name is Sam. I go by Nintendo Fangirl. I'm a Nintendo brand ambassador, and I talk about Nintendo things mostly on Twitter and YouTube and Twitch and TikTok and I don't know where else, but if you Google Nintendo Fangirl, you'll probably find me. Just look for the red hair. There's probably multiple people
Okay.
that have taken my name, but I still say it's my name.
Oh yeah, aren't you Nintendo Fangirl 2 somewhere, unfortunately?
On Epic Games, on Nintendo Fangirl 2. But I've changed it.
Yeah, and on Twitch.
I
You
changed
changed
it to
it.
match my Twitch username, which is NinFangirl.
Ah, okay.
To be fair,
Okay, so it's a lie. You're not Nintendo Fangirl everywhere, but
Well-
most places. But if you search for it anyway, you'll still find you,
correct.
right?
I was going to say, to be fair,
Okay.
I was the one who claimed the Twitch username Nintendo Fangirl, and then I lost that account. So,
Oh,
because I claimed it
Aw.
on, long story, I claimed it on Justin TV, and then Twitch bought it, and then I never got like the login to get back into that. Whatever. It's gone. We're over it. Ninfangirl's fine.
Yeah. I know that feeling. It's like I don't have the actual alecandstuff handle because like some rando from 2013 or something is just not using it. They haven't tweeted any scam links out since then, and I'm stuck with 4 Fs. But if you search for me,
You
you'll
can
find
just
me.
add Fs
Weird how that works.
continually. It's fine.
Yeah. The fourth one was the one that did the
Who
trick.
has the third one though?
I don't know.
the fact that it's
actually.
4 is interesting.
This,
It's
I
me.
think-
I have that account.
Yeah, it was just I think someone had it at the time, but I don't know if they do anymore. So anyway, that's totally unrelated. Tris, round us out.
Yes, ahoy! I am Tris. You can find me online on Twitter at ToonTris or making content over on Game Explain, both on YouTube and Twitch, because I do a ridiculous amount of Mario Kart streams every Monday.
Mm-hmm. And you have a little bit of a moment of reprieve now, right? Because you just finished the Xenoblade review.
I did just finish that. Oh gosh, the Xenoblade Chronicles, my beloved.
Can't get away from that
Like
game.
finally a breath of fresh air.
No, that'll be the sequel to Breath of the
I
Wild.
need Oh my god.
goodness.
All right. You know what? And with that, I think that concludes our discussion. So, once again, if you're still listening or watching, thank you for making it this far. And I look forward to hearing you guys' thoughts in the comments, on Discord, on Instagram, wherever you guys feel like sharing your comments and concerns and input. Anyway, we'll be back next month for some more discussion. But for now, there's only one thing left to say before we take off. And that is, of course, as always, I'm alecandstuff, and I will see you all again real soon. Bye-bye!